We're continuing with Math 125 Gateway questions, this time 98, number 98. This is f of y equal to 1 plus square root of pi plus cosine of sine of e to the e times y. Oh, I said e to the y, but it's not e to the y, e times y. And remember that that's just a constant number times a variable times the independent variable. Another thing to notice is that here's a pi. Pi is also another constant number, and it's by itself. Next thing that I want to do is rewrite this entire thing in form of getting rid of the radical in form of a power 1/2. So I rewrite it as pi plus cosine of sine of ey. Now I start taking the derivative of this. Taking derivative of this, I will have f prime of y is equal to, first thing, derivative, the first connection that I see is two terms, and the connector is a plus. So I'm going to use a sum and difference rule, take the derivative of first term plus the derivative of the second term. The first term derivative of the first term is going to be 0, plus then we find the derivative of the second term. The second term, looking at this, I see there's an outside function to power 1/2. Then there is another inside function, pi plus cosine of sine of ey. Then inside of cosine of sine of ey, there is another inside function. That's sine of ey, and then that one has another inside function in it. So let's start peeling the onions. First step, very outside function. I'm going to go 1/2 to whatever I have to power 1 less. What do I have inside? I have pi plus cosine of sine of ey. So inside is unchanged. Now I have to take the derivative of the inside. So what is the derivative of inside? Let's write it down here. So the next step is to take the derivative of inside. And this is multiplying, this entire thing is the second term. I can get rid of the first term though. Rewrite this 1/2 to power negative 1/2 pi plus cosine of sine of ey. Now let's try to take the derivative of pi plus cosine of sine of ey. This one is going to turn out to be derivative of what I see from overall feeling of it. There's a plus between them, two terms. Sum and addition rule. Derivative of first one, pi is a constant, so that's going to be 0. Then plus derivative of cosine of sine of ey. Let's write this down. So I will have 0 goes away, and derivative of cosine of sine of ey. How do we compute derivative of cosine of sine of ey? This one is, there's another chain rule within this. Cosine is the outside function, sine of ey is the inside function. So that will turn out to be derivative of outside, cosine. Derivative of cosine is negative sine. Negative sine, and inside does not change. then times the derivative of inside this time. Let's rewrite it. 1/2 to the power negative 1/2 pi plus cosine sine EY cosine of sine of EY to power negative 1/2, then times negative sine of EY times sine of EY prime. I see the light at the end of the tunnel. There's this last step. It's sine of EY, another chain rule, but it's less involved chain rule. This one becomes outside function is sine, becomes cosine, inside unchanged, then derivative of inside. Derivative of inside is e times y, e the constant e times y, derivative of inside is going to be e. Rewriting this entire thing is going to be 1/2 the derivative of very outside function times the derivative of inside function times, and this was part of that, cosine EY times E, and we get to close it. So this is the final answer. No need to simplify.